Now, it's a pleasure for me to ask up a young fighter who certainly went through quite a learning experience tonight. He's a hell of a fighter. We're proud to have him as part of Golden Boy, and I know this is just the beginning for him. You live and learn, and that is, of course, vicious Victor Ortiz. Give it up for Victor, please. Okay, I'm going to have Rolando Arellano, his manager, make some comments first.
I think it's important for everyone to understand that we are gentlemen of honor. And right now, I would like to congratulate the new WBC welterweight champion of the world, which is Floyd Mayweather. I would like to thank Floyd Mayweather, HBO, and all the parties involved that were helpful in putting a fight of this magnitude together. It seemed that there may have been some controversy during the fight, and we would like to entice Mr. Mayweather to give us a rematch. And the reason we would like to ask for a rematch is because he likes to make a lot of money, right? And I believe that he will not make the amount of money that he made now with any other opponent. So we're here, we want it, and we want to give you some more money, Floyd. Thank you.
Please, if may I ask Victor now to come up here and give us your thoughts on the fight and make some comments.
Hey, how's everybody doing tonight? I hope you guys enjoyed this this night of boxing. It was kind of cool, kind of controversial, kind of unfair to some. But anyways, you know what? I'm just blessed to be in this position. But at the same time, I would love the rematch because, you know, I fouled Floyd, you know, and I apologize for that to Floyd in the ring, and I apologize to him after the fight as well. It just, you know, heat of the moment. But it's one of those things where, you know, the ref was in the middle and they called the break as well, and then he caught me after the ref caught me. I mean, I guess to a sense it's a payback, but I agree to disagree. I'd like the rematch though. It'd be a nice one. Hey, what's up, Devin? That's my voice for kids. Anyways, I just want to say thank you to everyone for coming out and supporting. But I do want the rematch, and I'm sure Floyd will give it to me. Well, I'm hoping, anyways. So thank you guys, and I hope you guys had a great night, and you know, a nice 17th or Mexico Dia de Independencia. And any questions? What's going on?
Hey,
yes, sir. What's up?
Can you just take us through the end? I mean, what happened when he hit you with the second punch? It looked like you looked at the ref. Were you just out on your feet, or what was the? Just take us through the end.
The ref said something, so I looked up and I was like, huh? Like I thought he'd call a break or something. Pretty sure he did though. And then he just caught me, and I was like, whoa. And then I woke up like after, so I was like, okay, so this is going on. All right. You know, it happens. Part of the game.
Victor, over here.
Where?
To your right.
Okay. Okay.
What valuable lessons do you take from this fight?
I'm sorry?
What valuable lessons do you take from this fight?
You know, you learn quite a bit from each fight individually. Floyd's he's a great fighter. I'm still not convinced though. I mean, that's just me though. I'm not convinced that he's the greatest. You know, I was doing just fine until that little slip up on my end, but hey, stuff happens.
Victor, I just want to go over a couple things. First of all, the ending again. Joe Cortez is saying that he said time in. Did you hear him say that?
No, I actually didn't hear that. You may have said that, but whatever it was, I just looked at Joe Cortez because, you know, he's a ref. So I looked at him and then I looked back and boom, too late. So
you obviously didn't hear him say that. And then secondly, did he push you back at all, like trying to separate the fighters? Did he put his hand in your chest and push you back, like to be in a neutral corner as you're restarting?
Yeah, he did that. Yes, sir.
And then thirdly, in talking to the athletic commission, they said that because you went to hug Floyd, the action was in. You hugged Floyd, and that Floyd was legal to punch. Can you explain why you went to, embrace him a second time in the center of the ring right before the finish?
No, because he put his hand up, so I was like, okay. I figured it was sportsmanship-like, so I was like, okay. But I spaced that one, so I apologize to my team on that one.
And then lastly, just about the way the fight was going, it seemed like he was landing a right hand quite a bit. Was that something that surprised you, that he was throwing that punch as much as he did?
No, not at all. You know what, as expected. I was warming up, it was the 4th round. That's just the beginning. It was a 12-round fight, I guess I didn't warm up fast enough, and hey, stuff happens, but I would love a rematch.
Victor.
Yeah?
Right here. Can you, right here, over here.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Can you explain what happened during the series where you headbutted him? Was it just the heat of the moment? And then what happened, you took a left hook, and then you looked at the ref according to the replays, and then that's when you took the right hand, according to the replays. But if you could talk about the heat of the moment.
Well, stuff happens, man. I just got caught up, I guess. We're just going for it, both of us. And I don't know, I guess, because he was like trying to put his kind of hand up and then using his shoulder or his elbow. So I was like, all right, dude. So then I started putting my head in his face and stuff. And all of a sudden, like, I was gonna come in to throw, and the moment I did that, he came in and I went right for his face on accident. But stuff happens.
Victor, over to your left. All right, describe the speed of Mayweather. Describe what was going on in there, his speed compared to your opponents in the past.
I think Sperto was faster, personally. And he was stronger too. But his speed was decent. It was decent. I caught the punches. I could see where they were coming, where they were going. He had a little sneaky right though. So, it was good.
Victor, did you hear Joe Cortez say box?
I did not. I didn't hear him say box. Usually when you're alert, a boxer's always alert, and they'll say box, like out loud, and you'll hear it perfectly fine.
And when you were trying to regather yourself to get up before the 10 count expired, can you take us through any thoughts that you had at that point? Did you have any?
It was blank. I was blank. Nope. It was like nope. Yo, he landed a good one. It was a good shot.
Victor.
Yeah.
Over here to your right. Hi, over here.
Hey, what's up?
Obviously you got a lot of people that don't agree with what you did.
Yeah.
They're upset about that.
Yeah.
But then we also know that there's a lot of people that are upset because of what Floyd did to you.
It's a back and forth thing,
Yes, but it's just a sport.
Yeah.
So how do you really feel about the whole situation because practically, I guess a lot of people say, not me, the public say you started it.
Yeah, I started it, but I got my point taken away,
That's true. I don't agree with what Floyd did because that was more of a,
I just feel like tomorrow's another day, just like Scarlett O'Hara said.
But I congratulate you for what you did.
Thank you.
For apologizing, but at the same time, Floyd, I think he's, it goes both ways.
Yeah, it does.
But I think you guys are both great boxers.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Victor, to your left. To your left. Given how the fight ended, do you think Floyd won fair and square?
No, I don't think so. Because I paid for my mistake. They took my point away, and he didn't. He called that break, and he didn't. They just put me out, man. So, at the end of the day, it's everybody has their opinion, but my opinion is it wasn't a fair fight.
Victor, over here to your right. As the fight was progressing and Floyd's right hand lead was continuing to get through, did you feel that some of those were power punches that were really hurting you?
No, not at all. I was actually I was letting him come in as well because I knew he was letting him come in. I mean, he was getting into him, so it wasn't hurting me at all. So I was like, all right, good thing. He doesn't have a stiff right. So.
And his style of fighting, moving around a lot, ducking and in and out, different than Andre Berto. Berto fighting flat foot and slugging it out with you. That's a different situation altogether with Floyd Mayweather. Would you agree with me?
I do agree with you to a point, and to a sense. But, you know, regardless, they're both good fighters.
You're still a great fighter.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
Victor, to your left over here. What kind of gives you the hope that Floyd would give you a rematch? Where's that hope kind of come from?
Well, I'm sure he likes the money that came with it. Me, I didn't grow up with anything, so, you know, I'm fine. As long as I'll be champion again. But then in the next 6 months, I'll be champion again.
Vitor, Tito Ortiz.
What's up, bro?
What's up, man? Hey, good fight. Hey, what would you do next time different you did for this fight? I saw little small mistakes of you backing up and not really throwing punches off. And I think you can do a little better of throwing better shots. What would you do for the next fight to showcase your skills a lot better?
You know, every fight has its game plan. I was just listening to the corner simply. Whatever they said, I was just executing little by little, you know, but I'll be fine.
Great job, man.
Thank you, bro.
Víctor, Víctor, acá a tu izquierda.
¿Qué dice?
Queremos que hables algo en español también. Descríbenos la pelea, qué sentiste después de que te madrugó en ese golpe y también lo del cabezazo y no sabes.
No, pues fue una pelea que, pues, él es cochino para pelear, la gente sabe. Yo no tengo tanto que decir, pues, ese es su box y pues lo que hizo él fue sucio. Pues yo también, pero conmigo se la cobraron, me quitaron mi punto y pues, ay, disculpa, hasta en el ring, hey, perdón, ay, disculpa. Pero después de eso ya hacer lo que hizo no está bien, pues. Y pues para eso yo creo que yo me merezco la revancha.
That was and Danny.
Coach Danny.
Danny. You can get a mic. Can I just ask you about your thoughts on the ending? Just wanted to get your thoughts on the way the fight ended.
¿Quieres saber su pensamiento por cómo la pelea se acabó?
Se acabó la pelea en un momento que Floyd agarró una oportunidad muy buena para él. Aprovechó un descuido de Víctor.
Alana, did you get that?
I'm sorry, I have 1,000 things going on. What's the question again?
La pelea se terminó por un buen momento que tuvo Mayweather.
He goes, the fight finished with a good moment that Mayweather had.
Aprovechó un descuido de Víctor.
He took advantage of a situation where Victor made a mistake.
Pero el descuido, el error que hizo Víctor fue por culpa de Joe Cortez. Joe Cortez nunca dijo fight in.
Yeah, and he believes that Victor made a mistake as a result of Joe Cortez's instructions.
Y al contrario, Joe se metió por el lado izquierdo de Víctor. Víctor volteó un poquito para mirar qué quería Joe.
And he said Joe Cortez was on the right-hand side of Victor, and Victor basically looked at Joe Cortez.
Y fue cuando Mayweather aprovechó y le pegó.
And that's when Mayweather took advantage of the situation.
La pelea se iba a componer, la pelea iba buena.
The fight was going well.
Una parte del plan que teníamos era pasar 4 o 5 rounds.
And because part of the plan is to basically get by the 4th, 5th round and then put the strategy and tactics into place. He didn't say that.
Íbamos a comenzar a trabajar por dentro.
We're going to start working on the inside.
No alcanzamos y pues no se puede hacer nada. Muchas gracias a todos por estar aquí, a toda la gente que miró la pelea y disfrutaron.
It didn't happen, and
a ver si tenemos una revancha y
and we would like a rematch.
Vamos a hacer todo para ganarle una revancha.
And we will do everything necessary to beat him in a rematch.
So you think that final sequence, was that a legal sequence in your mind, the final 1-2 that put Victor down?
Es ilegal.
Yeah, okay.
Es ilegal porque Floyd miró cuando Víctor volteó y le pegó.
He believes that it's illegal right? So look, and that's a conclusion, right? So what we're going to have to do to support our position, if in fact we have one, is to critically review the tape, look at the facts, and if the facts support something, then we will make certain contentions. And only then, we're not going to say that yes it was, yes or no, because that would be incompetent of us, for lack of better words.
Le andaba pegando buenas derechas, Floyd, no vamos a decir que no, le andaba pegando buenas derechas.
Floyd was hitting him with some good right hands.
Pero Víctor las estaba soportando.
But Victor was sustaining them.
Pero cuando un golpe te viene sin mirarlo,
but when a blow comes without you seeing it, it hurts you.
Con esos golpes cualquiera puede caer.
He goes, with those types of punches, anyone can fall or be knocked out. Okay?
Hey, Victor. Oh, Victor, over here. To your
Left, right?
No, to your right.
Oh, yeah. Hey.
Do you regret the decision of having Joe Cortez as the referee?
Nah, man, no. George Cortez he's a legendary ref, man.
Can I make a statement? Victor doesn't pick the referees.
I do.
The Nevada Athletic Commission does. Let me kind of elaborate on the answer. You know. Oh, I'm sorry. No, elaborate on my answer. Right? You know what? Because that's a common misnomer here that they go to the fighter. Do you disagree with this particular referee, as if he had, you know what, was involved in the process of selecting them? You know, they're brought to my attention. Right? We raise certain concerns and issues of likes and dislikes, and ultimately the Nevada Athletic Commission chooses them. Right? So, you know, and I believe that the Nevada Athletic Commission is one of the most competent boxing organizations in the whole world. So.
But you have a list of referees that you can...
Absolutely. Not that we choose. Right, there's a list of referees, and we get the opportunity to raise concerns and issues with these particular referees, and they take it into consideration and under advice, and then only then do they make a decision. You know, if our concerns are warranted, they go yes. If our concerns are not warranted, then they make a decision contrary.
Okay, and Victor.
Yes, sir.
Were you looking at Joe, or were you looking at Floyd during that sequence when he hit you? I mean,
I was looking at Joe. He said break or something, so I was like, huh? And then boom, I was like, oh, okay, I guess it's time for bed.
Oh my God.
You know, whatever. Oh bottom line, I had fun. It was fun.
Okay, and just one final thing. Can you articulate what the strategy was and why maybe it didn't unfold the way that you thought it?
No, well, I know Floyd's an elusive fighter. For the fights that I've seen of him, he comes in very strong in the first few rounds, and he keeps that same momentum throughout the fights. And only thing is, the guys start wearing down that he fights. I don't seem to wear down too easily or too fast, but you know, in this case, I get connected on which I believe to be a foul, and that's that. End of story.
Victor, right over here. With the money aside for a second, why do you think you deserve a rematch?
Because money isn't anything to me, man. That's secondary. I think, you know, they paid me like chump change for this fight. I don't mind it. And the public loves it. And I think the public deserves a rematch, honestly.
Over here. I have a question, just one question
yes,
to
sir?
Danny. Now, Danny, because I want to ask you, because the speech that you made on Wednesday and it appeared in the newspaper, and when it came down to what somebody was going to do, and apparently the one who did it with the headlock, which was illegal, was your fighter. Now, and I wanted to know, how is it that you felt that Mayweather was going to do it, and the one that was deaf turned out to be Richard Vicious? That's what I want.
You know what, I'll answer that on his behalf. What Victor did was wrong, okay? And we apologize for it, okay? We got a point deducted from it. It shouldn't have never happened. It did happen, right? And it was wrong, okay? We're men of men. We take responsibility for our actions, okay? And we pay the consequence, plain and simple. And there's nothing that we can do to basically turn back the clock. We need to start moving forward.
Victor. Yeah. The first two questions. First one would be, obviously, I think everyone agrees here that the Floyd Mayweather's move was a bitch move. So I want
buddy. Over here in the back to your right.
Oh yeah.
Hey, how you guys doing, man? Hey, you said you apologized. You said you apologized for the headbutt.
Yep.
That's what your team is saying. Now, that was the second one, though. That was the second one. I'm saying, do you remember doing it the first time, the first or second round? I apologize for not remembering.
Really?
That was the second one. Yes.
No.
Okay. If you don't remember, that's okay. I'm just wondering. Okay.
No, I didn't know I did it.
All right, can you please have the microphone for journalists and not for other people? Thank you very much. Okay. And the journalists are sitting here in the front row and the rest.
Victor? Victor right here in the middle. You seem unusually jovial for having just lost your world title. Do you think that this stage may be too big for you? What is it that you're so excited or happy about after having lost your title?
I'm not even excited or happy. I did my crying in the locker room. You can ask the coaches, man. They're right there with me. I was showering and I let them all out. I let all the tears out. I let everything out I've always worked for this moment. I've always worked for this time. And I was sitting in the locker room in the shower just crying like a baby, man. So the tears were left in the drain out there, and I just kind of had to swallow my pride, you know. I handle things okay, you know. I'm not a cocky type of person. I'm not a guy who's gonna not admit to my faults. Hey, I made some mistakes tonight, and I apologize to the public, but I definitely want that rematch.
Hey, Victor, right here. Hey, you know, one of the golden rules of boxing is to keep your hands up at all times.
Yes, sir.
I think you know by now that you made that mistake. Is that something that you'll never do again?
No, definitely. You know, every fight's a learning experience, though. You know, it happens, man. What can I say? You know, I paid for the mistake.